Welcome to Author's Idea, a production of MJR Productions and JR Global. These podcasts feature ideas and conversations from Mahesh, Joshi and JR Klein. Both are established business leaders with expertise recognized worldwide. As co-authors of several books on global business, they present observations and practical ideas on leadership, this age of transformation, and the interrelated nature of the planet. Here is your host, JR Klein.
Today's question is about leadership. Is leadership prepared to meet the challenge of significant systemic change? The times they are a-changin' is the title of a Bob Dylan song released back in 1964. Though nearly relegated to legacy, its central message is as poignant as ever in today's world. Inequity and access, declining lifestyles, the decline in trust, and the decline in organizational power. Leaders in today's world face monumental challenges and pressures to maintain performance. And what is the erosion of leadership that has got us to where we are? Wealth equality and wealth distribution are big concerns around the world that have caused observable dramatic shifts in many developing countries. Historical analysis of wealth and income distribution in the United States expose public policy, statutory, and regulatory manipulation as significant elements driving redistribution of wealth-building assets. In the wake of the crash in 1929 and the consequential Deep Depression, financial laws and regulations were instituted to guard against the recurrence of another similar event. Today, most of those safeguards have been abandoned. There has been a loosening of bankruptcy laws for large corporations, most notably airlines and automobile manufacturers, allowing them to revoke labor contracts, demand wage concessions on the threat of closure. These bankruptcy provisions have not been extended to homeowners or to graduate students burdened with mountains of debt. The result has been the risk of economic failure has shifted. Loopholes have been created in tax laws to lower marginal income tax rates on the highest incomes and reduced state taxes on great wealth. Intellectual property rights, patents, trademarks, copyrights have been enlarged and extended. This has meant higher prices for the average consumer. In addition, antitrust laws have been relaxed for corporations with significant market power. This market power has simultaneously raised prices and reduced service availability. This transformation has amounted to a redistribution of wealth upward. Now, the government did not tax the middle class or the poor and transfer a portion of their income to the rich. Government undertook the upward redistribution by altering the rules of the game. Inequality worldwide has been on the increase from the late 1970s. Inequality trends since 2000 have escalated dramatically from those of the 1980s and the 1990s. Part of this change is due to a rise in capital income or investments over labor income, or that's wages and salaries. In the 21st century, the increasing importance of capital income over labor income has been dramatic. This capital income increase has been the story of a relatively small group of people. So the ensuing debate over the merits of free market versus an active government has diverted attention from how the market itself has come to be organized. That organization is different from the way it was structured a half-century ago. It is the reason why the current model is failing to deliver the widely shared prosperity it delivered back then. It has allowed ideologists to cling to the people value rhetoric repetition. The people value argument states that individuals are paid what they are worth in the market, without examining the legal or political institutions that define that market. The rhetoric repetition is easily confused for a moral claim that people deserve what they are paid. The value argument is meaningful only if the legal and political institutions defining the market are morally justifiable. This then brings us to the next question. What can leaders do to tackle the challenge of access inequity?
Thank you for listening. If you are interested in more of the author's ideas, look for their Oxford University Press published books on global business wherever books are sold. If you are interested in contacting the authors, they can be reached via JR Global at 01 614 526 9118.